Hi everybody, I'm Nicole from Puraforce Remedies. I wanted to just connect with everybody and explain to you the transition and what has happened, how we've become Puraforce Remedies, a bit of the history behind it, a little bit more about me and what it is that we're trying to offer with Puraforce Remedies. So I've been a homeopath for over 10 years and throughout my entire practice career in Melbourne, I've been really passionate about parental use of homeopathics, low potency homeopathics. So parents using it in their own home, using it as a very viable, reliable and safe alternative natural medicine to be able to get some confidence in that. And so 10 years ago when I started my practice in Melbourne, I started trying to inform people about individual remedies and how they worked. And I put together these kits, which were the beginning of relief remedies. So I started with kits like this for the birthing kit, which had individual remedies in them and ointments and creams. And then we had complete kits in different sizes like that. And then over time, I wrote this book, which was the complete guide to homeopathy for the home. And a few times a year, I'd actually teach people about how to use them, and we'd run courses and things like that. And it worked really well for those who really took on homeopathy and grasped it quickly. But I found that for those who really wanted to just begin to dabble and didn't really want to know too much, but just wanted to use it in the middle of the night at 3 o'clock when you've got a fever with one of your children, it was just a little bit too complex and people were really struggling to get their head around it. So over time, I started to change my approach, and so that was the beginning of Relief Remedies, to be in bottles, in liquids. So then we started with this, and we put together a range of remedies for babies, for animals, and for the whole family. And so that had all of the instructions about how they were to be used, what they could be used for, and the dosage. But it didn't come with tamper-proof seal. I found that there were still a lot of questions being unanswered. So now we've moved up again and we've rebranded ourselves as Puraforce Remedies, and I'm pretty proud about what we've done. We now have a fully tamper-proof bottle. We have a graded dropper in there so that then you can actually work out exactly how much it is that you need to dose at each time. We have plastic eyedroppers for the baby and the animal range. We have all of the instructions about what's in them, the ingredients, and how to use them. So this is really what I feel is probably the best thing that I can provide as a homeopath to introduce people to homeopathy. So homeopathy is a powerful medicine that's been used for over 200 years of history, and anyone who's tried homeopathy knows that it works quickly, it's fast acting, it's effective, and it provides long-term solutions to your health. However, to go and understand homeopathy, it's a 4 and 5 year process to go and become educated, or to see a homeopath, it can be oftentimes a several $100 exercise, like it was back in my clinic in Melbourne. So I'm trying to bridge that gap, I suppose, introduce people to homeopathy, let them learn about the remedies, let them use them at home, and then if they work really well for you, then that's great. If you're wanting to know more or you need further help with your health and our range doesn't do enough, then please look into seeing a homeopathic practitioner who will prescribe the higher potency remedies that will be more effective on more of a deeper chronic illness level. So we're trying to really provide a natural approach to the overused pharmaceutical medicines that I hear about all the time in my clinic. So people who say, I don't want to use that paracetamol or the Nurofen for that fever, or I don't want them on antibiotics again. This is the third time this season that they've been unwell. So reaching for something that's more natural, something that has no side effects, something that works really quickly, and that I guess looks like a bit of a pharmaceutical bottle. You can take it to your GP and say, look, this is what we're using. Nicole's got 10 years of experience, it's tried and tested, and it's got the ingredients on the back, and feeling really safe about what it is. So that's a bit about what we're now offering. I'm now in the process of answering many emails every week. People contact me saying, can you do something for fibromyalgia? What do you do for arthritis? I suffer with Crohn's disease. How can you help me? So as a way of trying to share and I guess educate and advocate homeopathy and nutritional medicine, food as medicine, meditation, yoga, and I guess the whole lifestyle that is being well and being healthy for your children, for your family. I'm going to start doing these YouTube clips and update my blog several times a week. So this is an opportunity for you to learn a bit more about me and my history, and to see this information for free, to see what it is that you can do to change your lifestyle, to change your diet for things like inflammatory illnesses like arthritis and fibromyalgia. What is it that you can eat that will reduce your sensitivity to hay fever, or will boost your immune system ready for winter? So keep having a look at our Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/Puraforce Remedies. I update that lots of information, lots of really positive parenting and affirmations and just positive things to uplift your day, as well as free health advice. And please join in, jump online and add your comments, put some feedback. How are you finding the remedies? You know, how are you finding our new packaging? Do you like it? Do you not? How is it that we can help you even more? And then enjoy my my YouTube videos, where you can learn and listen for a few minutes, just a few times a week, to be able to learn a little bit more about what it is that we do. Just on a personal note, I live in Mount Gambier, surrounded by beautiful countryside and beautiful fresh air, and all of our remedies behind us are made in a beautiful pollution-free environment. I hand make all of these remedies with my staff, and we distribute orders every single day. So within placing an order on our secure website, within 48 hours you'll receive your package out of here. So, and we do express post with everything. And we send Australia-wide. And so I moved here because I was burnt out. I came from a very busy clinic, working 6 days a week, 9 patients a day, and became really burnt out, wasn't looking after myself, and learnt, I guess, the hard way about how you really need to implement some boundaries and some sustainable things for you in your career and your longevity. So I moved to Mount Gambier, and in doing that I really learnt so much about rural medicine and how Australia is really struggling to get health and wellness and healthcare out there. People here, I speak to mums all the time who say, I'm so pleased that you're doing this, because you do free home delivery to us by the end of the day, every single day of the week. And I don't, alternatively, I was having to wait to see a GP for every 2 or 3 weeks. And so I have children who are sick and I can't get in to see anybody. Now, I lived in a bubble in Melbourne. I had no idea. I'm treating people who had access to healthcare everywhere. If you didn't want to go to that clinic, you just walked 3 blocks down and you could go to another health clinic that was 24 hours. It's not the case in rural Australia. And so Puraforce Remedies is really now fulfilling a need that I realised is there's a lot of people out there who don't have access to things. We're sending packets and packets of and parcels out every single week to people who are up in the Pilbara, people who are in these mining towns, people who are in rural Australia who are just in remote areas. And so that's really exciting for me, to be able to not only share what homeopathy is, but to provide homeopathy for people who don't have a practitioner that they can just go and see, who's maybe 10 or 20 minutes drive away. So that's a little bit about why I moved to Mount Gambier. I have 2 children. One is 20 months, and that is Elise, and my 4.5-year-old is Annika. And I had 2 home word of births with them. And they have never seen a GP, which I'm pretty proud about. It's not that they, I don't believe in GPs, it's definitely they have their place, but fortunately they've never needed to, because I use Puraforce Remedies, I use our creams and ointments, I use our drops all the time. And we never have had anything that we've needed to go outside of that realm, and touch wood, we won't need to. But so everything that I do, I kind of comes from my heart. It comes from a place of experience. I've got 10 years worth of clinical experience, and it comes from a place of mum as well. Compassion, understanding that you've got a child that's in pain. You just want to get what's right for you. You want to get your health on track after having had your children. You want to get that weight off. You want to get that metabolism working. Make sure your thyroid function, your hormones are balancing properly. So that's really what Puraforce is about, and it's about educating people. It's about inspiring people to live the best lives that they possibly can, and to live in a way that is sustainable, with wellness and with longevity, and introducing little things every day that are going to increase your health and your vitality. So please join in. I'd love to hear your comments and your feedback. Please make sure you log into our blog through our website, and you constantly update yourself with all of this free information, and I'll see you around. Thanks so much.